I get 100 tea bags. Tea bags. Bacon, there's your sound drop. I get 100 tea bags for like $2.75.
100 tea bags for $2.75.
Yeah. I get 100 tea bags for $2.75. Ah, yes. Anyway.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature.
I get 100 tea bags for $2.75.
That's totally inappropriate. It's lewd, lascivious, salacious, outrageous.
It is outrageous, Jackie. Oh, hey, honey. Look at this. First class tickets for the same price as Coach. Nah, that's stupid. Let's just sit and coach.
Well,
come on, man.
No, don't come on, man.
Come on, man.
It depends on what you consider a lot of money.
Hey, Leo, what do you think of Ryan? Yeah.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah.
They're going on a trip with friends is always an exciting time. Visiting somewhere new and exploring the sights, as well as making quality memories with those you're closest to. But it doesn't always go as planned. You know, I really miss hearing sound drops dropped over me. Can you just make some sound effects like...
Bacon, thank you so much for picking us up. As always, I love having you on the show. Darren,
I'm not going to lie, I'd rather have Bacon in here as a co-host than you because you don't do drops. I am a total
haunted horse.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. 75.
That's for you, bitch.
Does anyone mind if I toss my salad? Hey. And then, of course, weird news.
Buzzkill.
Sign Darren's wife.
Darren's wife. This one.
Yeah, I didn't die.
Let's stick to our fatso for a minute.
So to lose weight.
Shut up, Tyler.
Shut up, Tyler. Who's older though? Is it me or Bacon or the guy with 2 hip replacements? I mean, if you
out, 3 times.
And on that, I am out.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Later,
Adios.
guys.
Spunky.
Okay, there we go. Haunted Horse 1800 Whiskey sponsoring Ryan leaving.
Don't play games with it.
Guess who's coming in? Maybe. All I see is a black screen.
12 word.
Oh, look at who it is. Wearing his Nebraska hat.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
How's it going? Hi.
Downs. Ryan, stop calling me. Jesus, Ryan. Do your show. Ryan, why are you calling me in the middle of the show? We're still going.
Going on. And it's from Grant's mic. I thought at first Jerry's volume was
Shouldn't
up
we
too
do
loud.
this off the air? I don't know that anyone wants to hear this IT question.
Wait, you guys are on the air?
Yes. We never left.
I thought you guys were on.
You know what? I just dawned on me. That's what you thought. We are live, dude.
Fat ass and lose them that goddamn weight.
Hey, hold on a second. Can we just cut the drops for a second? Ryan's trying to say something important. I want to hear it.
Ryan,
Watch your belly, ass, and balls, you nappy motherfucker, you.
Or play him as much as you possibly can.
Then you don't like the West. Oh, boy.
Ryan, you can tell me.
What?
You can tell me on a private.
No, it's okay. Hey,
goddamn shit. I'm tired of motherfuckers.
so horse. So.
Oh my god.
So anyway, this comes from England, the Mirror. Woman slammed for refusing to get out of car for date at Cheesecake Factory. Cheating husband said our house was infested with bed bugs to hide his affair. Friends on an Amsterdam trip mortified by cheeky shower feature in hotel room, right? I have 3 wives. They are all getting surgery to achieve my ideal body type. Wow, look at this guy. We got, I saved 77 pounds, British currency, by ditching toilet paper for rags. I popped them in the washing machine. Okay. My brother's dating habit is destroying my engagement. My fiance finds him disgusting. Woman's awkward sex injury makes her lose 5 years worth of memory. Boozed up stripper tries to seduce cop during arrest, saying, "Taser me, I like it kinky." Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the Water Hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Water Hole with Headstrom Bacon, filling in for Rhino and the Haunted Horse or Haunted Horse. Am I the Haunted Horse? I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. This is the Haunted Horse. This is the Haunted Horse. This dude, not me, but anyway, I have no idea how that works. Let's see. Darren is in first tonight, like most nights. Hey, fuckers. Oh, if I'm going to read Darren's tweet.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Need the disclaimer. I'm listening but reworking parts of tomorrow.
Haunted Horse.
For new segments. Wait, tomorrow... The Darren's Garage show is not tomorrow, it's Friday. I don't understand. Or are you moving to Thursday, or are you talking about audience participation night? Very confused. How are you doing, Bacon?
I'm doing well. Yeah. Long time no talk. Actually, we were talking a bit last night after after your show.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yes.
So yes, absolutely.
Yes.
We had some we had a little bit of we had a little bit of chat and you had mentioned that you didn't have a big heads up for tonight, but that was fine. I had some issues that we'll get into in a bit, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it.
Yeah, but it looks like you made it.
Yeah.
There you go. Who is that? Barry Manilow that I just sang? Looks like we made.
Yep.
Okay. All
there
right.
It is.
I am a Fanilow. There's the breaking news.
Okay.
Shit is about to get real. HollywoodRejects.com has breaking news.
I like Barry Manilow. What's funny though is we were going to go to the Barry Manilow concert in Portland. My parents happened to be up. The concert was going to happen. They were up anyway, and so we bought tickets, and he fell ill that night, so we missed out. And then I was going to go see him in Vegas, and once again, they had to cancel the show. So I like Barry Manilow, but Barry Manilow does not like me, apparently.
His plastic surgeon likes him.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Tyler says, how many nut coins will be added? It's Canadian interest. Liz says, Bacon and Horse!
What the heck was that?
That was me reading your tweet,
Hi.
Liz. Come on.
There you go.
Follow the show here.
And thank you, Liz, for putting that bracket together, the bracket challenge.
That is
fun.
fun.
Made my picks last night. She reminded me. Thank you again for that. I can actually say it live on air and not just in a chat. So that's cool. I don't know. Are we going to talk about that crap? I don't. This isn't the place for it. Really. Everybody's
the March Madness?
People are March Madness. People are probably just like inundated with it in their sports talk radio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking about it because we do have Liz does have a bracket going, and there were 20 as of yesterday. You can still get in, folks. If you're like, no, you haven't missed out. You got until tomorrow morning. When's the cutoff, Liz? I know tomorrow morning the games start for Thursday, and that's usually when the brackets lock up. And then they're revealed to everybody, so everyone gets to see what everyone else picked. And then we start watching the upsets happen and the brackets start breaking badly. Is food porn night Tyler, I don't know. It can be. I mean, his name is Bacon, so if it's going to be a food porn night, do it on a night.
The current count for people in her bracket challenge, 29 right now.
29. Good job, Liz.
There you go. Yeah, and so I guess that would actually be my take on the bracket. Like, who's going to win? Who's going to this? It's basically Bacon. Did you fill out a bracket?
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
You like Barry Manilow, says Darren. I knew I felt myself getting pissed. You know why I like a lot of stuff? I like the Carpenters. I like Barry Manilow because my mom listened to it when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's like comfort food. I hear that. My parents weren't divorced yet. Those were good times for me.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
So my parents listened to a lot of Tom Jones.
Okay.
So one of my favorite. Now we're gonna date ourselves as boomers because I'm gonna say CD. So one of my favorite CDs, I'll just say album, whatever, is Tom Jones Live at the Flamingo Hotel, 1969.
Yes,
it's a phenomenal album, and I could pretty much limp sync it. I can lip sync it almost like cover to cover.
Is that the one where there's a video of him going?
No.
God, I see that GIF all the time, and it fucking makes me
there's
laugh.
Actually somebody made a video. Yeah, somebody made a
so
video
hard.
Yeah, it's like one. Yeah,
he's like.
I could actually. We should probably make a GIF of what you just did.
Probably right. All I know is I got a little dizzy, man. Flipping my head around.
Tyler's got his. I don't. Do you want to read that in the chat? He's got his. Or did you already read that? His little
I haven't gotten to that big long ass chat yet. I had to react to the Barry Manilow chat first.
The Barry Manilow thing. Okay.
We got what did I call that? Way Back Wednesday when we do song facts and stuff. Manilow has recorded and released 51 top 40 singles on the adult contemporary chart, including 13 that hit number 1, 28 that appeared within the top 10, and 36 that reached the top 20. Manilow has released 13 platinum and 6 multi-platinum albums.
Oh my
Holy!
God, who the hell?
Holy shit! That drops a little light. I don't know how it goes over.
Yeah, that one was a little light.
Who the hell cares? I got one of those too.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I got SpongeBob.
Let's try one more time. Three's a charm.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Better.
That's better. Yeah. Sometimes you just have technical difficulties.
Hold on, I want to see. I knew I was going to get the music. God darn it!
My parents also listened to an Italian singer named Mario Lanza.
I know who that is.
Yeah. Of course, they had the standard Engelbert Humperdinck.
My mom had that. Yes.
Parents had that.
Yes.
Okay. Laugh if you will.
I know that as a kid, that name is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Oh, it's
Humperdinck.
Classic. Yeah. So what was your first album actually that
I bought?
Had?
Dude, I didn't get any music.
I got one as a gift as a 10-year-old. I got Kiss Alive 2, and I love that.
Boy, first of all, I never got an album. But the first time I started buying music, I was, you know what? I did not start getting into music until junior high.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. But did your parents happen to buy those K-Tel disco compilations at all, or no?
No. Yeah. One of my favorite. So we had 8 tracks in the car. So one of my favorite 8 tracks, because once again, what my parents listened to, I listened to, was the Saturday Night Fever album. I used to play that all the freaking time.
Yeah, we had that album, that double album. You're right. My parents did have a bunch of 8 tracks as well. So lots of, Simon and Garfunkel.
We had that.
Elvis.
Yeah. Oh, Elvis. Yep.
Yeah. And they had a lot of classic country stuff. They were big fans of like Merle Haggard and not so much Johnny Cash. My grandmother liked Johnny Cash, but
we had Johnny Cash though. Yeah, so I guess some of the country we
they like some of the country stuff, mostly like Merle Haggard and who was the other one that they really like Willie Nelson as well. They were big Willie.
Yeah,
Nelson
we weren't into that.
Yeah,
very little country in our house. I think Cash. I think
cool.
Didn't Olivia Newton-John cross over and have some country? I could have sworn
I'm sure. I'm sure she did. Yeah, she did. She did a little bit of everything. I would think.
Linda Ronstadt, Olivia Newton-John,
Linda Ronstadt was incredible. She worked with everybody. Incredible voice. She even did that mariachi stuff.
Wow.
Right? Because I think is it her father or her mother is actually of Mexican heritage, I believe.
I can see that. She was a smoke show. She's hot.
So she did it. She worked with everybody. She did country. She did adult contemporary pop. Yeah.
She dated Moonbeam or what? Governor Moonbeam. I can't believe she dated that dude. That guy was a total doof.
Brown.
Doofus. Jerry Brown. Anyway.
Yeah. So what do we got tonight, dude?
We've got stories. Let me catch up. Liz says her first album was Thriller. I was thinking that maybe my first cassette was a Michael Jackson cassette. But I can't remember the first one I bought. Once I bought one, though, I was buying music all the time. And back in the day, you had to buy, if you loved a song, you had to buy the whole cassette for one song. And I didn't like listening to the entire cassette.
That was a problem.
I wanted to hear the one song.
Oh, look who's in the chat.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Jim's here. Jim. I sent a tweet today. I thought for sure it'd get read, but we ran out of time. It's towards the end of the show. I was making fun of Jeff. Did you listen to the show today?
Did I listen to the show today?
Yeah.
I caught a little bit of it. See, I actually got rid of my Sirius XM, so I can't really go back.
Oh,
I've got a way to stream it later on, but I've got to wait for those streams to load.
Yeah.
Unlike I said load. Unlike Sirius XM, where you could actually in real time and up to 5 hours after the show you can listen to it, right? So I catch it a little bit on TuneIn and a little bit on the old AM radio.
Hall & Oates H2O was Jim's first album. Tyler says The Real McCoy.
Yeah.
Did I miss anyone? Chat's kind of flying right now. I think I caught you guys all. They had record singles. Yes, I did get 45s. Remember the 45? You got the little yellow piece that you had to stick in the middle of it?
Pop that in there.
Yeah, I think I had some Madonna 45s and stuff. I was into pop rock, so I wasn't anything.
Sure.
Oh shit! Look at who's here.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Well, I'm going to change the first topic. I was going to bag on some of the things that Ryan does that make me kind of go crazy, but he's here, so I'll move that to tomorrow.
But doesn't that actually make it better?
Ryan trying to be Mr. Cool is so great.
I like talking behind his back.
Okay, you bastard.
I like it to get back to him. So whatever I said, by the time it gets back to him, it's 10 times worse. He has the telephone game. I'm like, Ryan's kind of lazy, and then by the time it gets to him, Ryan's a lazy fuck. He doesn't do shit. It gets worse.
Dick.
Yeah. What's up, Ryan? You better. They're playing the Toronto team. You better beat Bella's team.
It's funny too because they're actually interviewing Grady Dick's mom.
Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so here's the stories tonight. People torn over airplane food etiquette as one passenger brand's fruit habit rude. It's got a picture of a guy peeling an orange, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. And then I want to talk about teen devastated after divorce, after discovering best friend of 10 years is a hired actor. His parents hired an actor to be his best friend for 10 years. Oh, wow. You didn't hear the teases yesterday because you came in late. Yeah. I have a weird feeling with all the chat and the tangents going on. I doubt we get to these. They'll probably go into tomorrow. Audience participation night is tomorrow, guys. So if you want to come in here and comment on my husband of 20 years is cheating on me with our son's 18-year-old girlfriend.
Wow.
That's kind of jacked up. And then, I got to move this to the front because I told you we're going to have a ghost story. I'm in love with a ghost and my girlfriend accepts it. They both hang out together. So these are two women in love with each other, but also one of them is in love with a ghost. And like I said last night, you weren't here yet. When you look at the picture, you go, oh yeah, I could see that couple being in love with a ghost. They would. So
real quick, Jim's in the chat. He says, "Hey, Bacon. Who was that Thomas guy who named his fast food chain after his daughter?" Dude, you're repeating them. You have to come up with a new one.
Come up with new ones, Jim. Come on, man.
You do not get the drop for that. So
I gotta bring this out for this shit.
Sorry.
All right. Yes. Hey, Bacon, who chain after his
Hi, Jim.
daughter. I really love when you drop that drop about Dave.
Yeah,
oh,
you've used,
shit.
yeah, you
Spoiler
used that
alert.
one before, Jim, so you'll have to come up with a new one.
Spoilers. All right, there we go. Jim and Indiana
Damn it.
Cam.
He says, damn it.
Jim and Indiana Cam,
Guess
sponsored
what,
by
Jim?
Haunted Horse
Dave's
Whiskey.
not here.
There it is.
All right.
He's like, have I used that before?
That was the after effect.
He's
so
even
he didn't
forgot.
get the actual
All right.
Dave drop. So.
All right, let's get to these chicks here. I got to put the picture up first, and then I got to drop it back down because I can't. I guess I wonder if I could read it up there. Let me try. All right, so here we go. This is now I've got a rant too. Today at the store, people things piss me off. If you haven't noticed, I run a little hot. I'm in love with a ghost and my girlfriend accepts it. They both hang out together. Doesn't that look like a couple that would be in love with a ghost and then the girlfriend accepts it and they hang out together? Doesn't that just
the one on the right there kind of looks a little emo, doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks like she could be in love with a ghost, or she looks like she could hang out with a ghost.
The other one looks like her mother.
That would be a story turn. I mean, I only read the headlines. I have no idea. Yeah. All right, so let me get.
Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh.
Way harsh, dude.
I'm being way
harsh.
Way harsh.
Headstrom Bacon is in. All right, here we go.
Exactly, right?
Dude, you're harsh.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so they're in love. Okay, meet the couple who spend their date nights at cemeteries. Doesn't that look like a couple that would spend their date nights at cemeteries?
Next.
Right? And have a third individual in their relationship, a 300-year-old ghost. Well, shit, I thought I was old. 300? I mean, come on. 300 years? Okay, anyway. Wait, is our country even that old? Well, they must be on the East Coast. Okay. A loved up couple has been inundated with judgment after opening up about their unconventional relationship online. So what's that called? Polyamorous?
Polygamy?
No, polyamorous, where you have a relationship, but then this person dates another person. Polyamorous.
Oh, polyamorous. Okay.
So is it polycasperous if you're in love with a ghost? I don't know. That's a bad joke. Rebecca Carmichael is a professional ghost guide, but her otherworldly connections suddenly became a lot more personal when she met Rupert, the spirit of a Welsh man. And these are from Britain, so of course it's happening over there. Okay, this story's from Britain. A Welshman and Revolutionary War soldier from the 1700s. The American woman claims the ghost, quote, followed her home, unquote, one night and soon after they, quote, got to know each other and slowly began to spend more time together, unquote. Something tells me that we're missing a part of the story where she took a whole bunch of drugs.
Yeah. Where's the mushrooms?
Yes.
Psychedelics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unexpected feelings grew between them. Unexpected. Because, if you meet a ghost and you're hanging out, the last thing you expect is to fall in love. Unexpected feelings grew between them and they became a couple. But soon after, Rebecca did meet someone new in the living world. So she was in love with the ghost before she had the girlfriend. Okay. A fellow spirit social media educator. Wow, said that again. A fellow spirit social media educator. So I guess you go to college and get a degree in spirit social media education. Called Catherine. And the pair fell in love. I wonder if the ghost was pissed off. Rebecca says she had to come clean to Rupert.
All right, we have a little thing on our porch. Okay, it's a frog and it's got a thing that says "Welcome to our pad."
Yes,
kind of like instead of a welcome mat, we have a welcome.
Clever.
His name is Rupert the guard frog.
Oh, Rupert the frog. All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Rebecca says she had to come clean to Rupert about her living world relationship.
The other thing that's funny about Rupert, the other thing that's funny about the name Rupert is, didn't George Carlin name his penis Rupert?
That I love George Carlin, but I did not know that.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Sorry,
Tyler.
Go ahead.
Did George Carlin name his penis Rupert?
Carry on.
Get on that. Tyler is our fact checker.
Our live in time.
Yes.
Checker.
Yes.
I can't figure out how to allow swearing in the chat. I gotta get.
There's I've helped people before with that. You got to go into the settings and then
I know. Yeah.
Catherine insists there is no
can you
jealousy.
Tell we're already unimpressed with this story.
Who is the chat?
No, me.
Oh, you? Yeah. Right.
I'm being a dick.
No, that's fine. Hey, trust me. They ain't all winners. I actually like this story because it's so weird.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to find out how they boink.
You dick!
Catherine insists there is no jealousy as she respects respects the connection that Rebecca and Rupert have. The trio reportedly often hang out and go on trips together. So if they go on trips together, do they have to buy an airline seat for Rupert? If you're going to go fly somewhere, do you have to get a seat? Or do they allow you to check
sit on Rupert
into your luggage? Rebecca explained to Love Don't Judge, is that a show or a forum? I don't know. That she and Rupert connect through their energies. Yeah, Energizer. With their relationship primarily revolving around emotions. Quote, because of the very clear physical differences between us, unquote. By the way, don't send me hate mail that I'm like bagging on people being in love with ghosts. I don't want to hear from the I'm in love with a ghost community saying that I'm being insensitive. Just don't. She added, he is acknowledging that I'm here in the physical. I need to live a life in my present. He had to learn how I was psychically perceiving him. With respect, he started hanging out more where I was living. And okay, I'm done. Done. Ha ha ha. Funny. Let me catch up on the chat. Let's see. I've done so many I can't remember. Oh, the Daves. We're still. Kate Middleton medical record story was on Entertainment Tonight. I also heard. Yes, I heard that on the news today. That she went for her surgery or whatever, and one of the hospital employees was trying to hack her records to find out what happened.
What was going on? Yeah, she had some sort of stomach issue or something. I don't know what it was.
Tyler cannot find out if George Carlin's dick is named Rupert. Okay. So we'll just have to let that.
It may have been another comedian. I just, for some reason, George Carlin came to mind.
There you go, Tyler. Which comedian named his dick Rupert?
There you go. Yeah, just Google that.
And then Jersey Swap with Black and Dick. Jersey Swap. Yes, you've got a new sound drop, Bacon.
You know what it was? Hang on, I think I figured it out. So there were a couple of comedians, and they were going back and forth about what people name penises.
Yeah,
and it was an old Canadian comic duo named McLean and McLean. So that's what it was.
McLean and McLean.
So they were in the George Carlin era. So that's why I was.
All right. Well, fair enough.
I would have given George Carlin an honorary Canadian citizenship. I mean,
dude, that guy is so freaking smart with his humor. I watch 3, 4, 5 of those every week. New George Carlin skits, and I love watching his young stuff. And then you go to the old stuff where he's old, he's an old man. Freaking amazing.
Because it's all generational for him, right?
God, he's just so cerebral. I mean, his stuff is just. And like cerebral enough to where I find it funny, unlike Dennis Miller, where it's so cerebral. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, well, I don't know that. Okay, so Dennis Miller, obviously an intelligent guy.
Yeah,
but I think it's just that the references are just so obscure. Over the top. It's literally like talking to an IT guy. And
yes.
So like. The funny thing is that like the IT version of Dennis Miller is this guy.
I'm interested in upgrading my 28.8 kilobaud internet connection to a 1.5 megabit fiber optic T1 line. Will you be able to provide an IP router that's compatible with my token ring Ethernet LAN configuration?
Now, I understand about 75% of it, but most people really don't.
Yeah, most people are going to be like, what? Yeah, I understand.
My Windows doesn't come up. It just says my desktop isn't here. What's going on?
I also understand that that's a dated reference because some of those things are those are out of date.
That's it all. It's all. Yeah, but it's still fun.
Talk about my 56K baud modem. Like what? Bing bong. Boy, when we went from 28.6 to 56 or something, it was like double the speed. Oh my god! I can download
Hamburger
a picture.
00 Helper says that he's lost.
I'm waiting to see if anyone else is.
Hang on a second. Let's go to a live feed. Hamburger 00 Helper says that he's lost.
I'm waiting to see if anyone else.
No, sounds fine to me.
Yeah, Hamburger 00 Helper. It's time to update your internet connection. Speaking of internet,
yes,
you have recently joined the space age. From the dark times.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that ever gets on Fios, I remember the first day I got from cable internet, which the first day I got cable from dial-up was like, oh my gosh, it's fast. And then when you go from cable to Fios, you're like, holy shit.
You're saying Fios. No, Fios is an actual brand. So we're talking about fiber optic
cable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and
fiber
not
optic
coaxial.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and here's the funny thing. I thought that they were actually going to run the fiber optic to my house and use the existing coax in my house. And they're like, no, like
that's what cable does.
It was like I offended her or something when I was getting the account, right?
Dude, because there's a bottleneck there. If you do that, it's a bottleneck, which is what the cable companies do. They run the fiber optic to the pole, and then the last stretch of the community.
But no, they've actually run. So this company, it's a local company. They ran the lines to the house. It was funny. So they came like 3 or 4 years ago, and they said, we're running the fiber optic lines through the neighborhood, underground in our neighborhood, which is great. And they said, do you want us to connect it to your house? We will do it for free right now. No charge to you, but we need to bolt something to the side of your house. Everybody, whatever.
Yeah.
No problem. Then the big conglomerate Bell shows up literally like months later. We're running fiber optic cable in your,
Yeah.
And so then they hooked up theirs as well. So I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Eventually, you're going to go to why would you not have them? It's like unless you're just like some old boomer that's like, I don't want them drilling holes in my brick. It's just, dude. So that being said, we were on cable for our internet. We had a landline. Now, granted, we had a landline because both my wife's dad, and my mom are elderly, and we wanted to make sure that we had a backup old phone connection, and we had our wireless services here in Canada are horrible. They're practically third world, and we needed it for long distance calling to the United States, which we do a lot.
Yeah.
So that being said, I also had satellite TV through Bell, but I had great programming there because it's all grandfathered in. I now have fiber optic cable and almost the exact same TV programming, and I'm paying all I'm paying is what I was paying for just my satellite TV. So
you're saving money,
wipe
better
out the
stuff.
entire coaxial bill, the phone and the internet, and it's faster. Now, how long did it take them to set this up? Steve in H-Town,
5 months.
3 years getting his, 80 minutes. He hooked it up in 80 minutes.
Yes. Well, Stephen H-Town decided to move to another continent, I think, out in the middle of nowhere. And then he had to rely on Elon Musk's. Elon Musk does some great things. Don't get me wrong. A lot of good things. He's fixing Twitter. Twitter was swirling the drain, going the wrong direction. And I think he's doing phenomenal with the streaming on it and everything. I think he's doing really good on. However, he tends to oversell things a lot. This is going to, oh, you'll be able to buy this Tesla and you'll be able to sell it and make a profit 5 years later. Well, he had to drop the prices on the new Teslas because all the competition's now coming into the market, and all the people that were going to make money on their used cars now have seen their values cut by 2/3. And they're still paying on them.
Now, Tyler has a good point here. He says, depending on the hood you are in, these lines always get cut by some dumbass neighbor, water company, DIY guy. Now, here's the good thing about the fiber optic lines. They buried them deep. Like, they went deep with these lines.
Yeah.
So they did that directional drilling.
Yeah.
And they went very deep. They didn't just come in with that thing that looks like a dirt chainsaw and cut a little like 1 foot deep little trench and put the cable in. No, they buried these. They're probably a good, like, we're talking like a good 6 feet down.
Yeah. 6
like
feet.
Real, like below the frost line. For those of you who don't know, the frost doesn't get to those lines, so that's why our water lines are down. Below 3 feet. The water lines don't freeze.
Yeah.
So
we don't go that deep here because we don't get that cold. So our water lines are about 2 feet.
And we really don't get that cold either. We could get away with 4 feet.
Yeah.
But they were having water mains break and whatnot at the 3 foot level. So they've buried all of our water mains to 6 feet. Now, Hamburger Helper says, did you keep the landline? No, sir. I did not keep the landline.
They finally ripped the Band-Aid off.
Yeah. So it felt good too. So got rid of the Sirius XM, got rid of the cable internet and the landline, got rid of the satellite TV, which we still have for until the middle of next month. Feels great.
Good. Welcome to the space age, dude.
No kidding, right?
People torn over plain food etiquette as one passenger brand's fruit habit rude. Okay, I want to find this out because if it's peeling oranges, I want to know why this guy thinks peeling an orange on a plane is bad. Plain food isn't always appetizing. And sometimes you might bring your own, but there are some snacks that are more frowned upon to eat on a flight than others. I mean, if someone opens up a can of tuna fish and then they start spreading on crackers, I'm going to be like, oh, come on, man. But let's see. Unless you're flying business class, are flying a long-haul flight, or want to pay extortionate? Oh, okay. I've never used that in that context. Extortionate. I know what extortion is. Plane prices.
I've never heard of that word before. That's a new one.
Yeah, I have not heard it in that I've heard extortion, but not extortionate. Plane prices. Many people bring their own food to snack on, whether that be a bag. Okay, yes. Enough of the foo-foo. Get to the story. But that doesn't mean others won't judge you for what you are munching away on. Oh, I need this. Right next to them, you might want to consider less pungent foods to eat to avoid getting glaring.
Hungry?
What? Did you say something?
You hungry?
Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't hear it. To avoid getting glaring looks from the person next to you. It was so quick, I didn't hear it. But there's one snack that has really divided opinions, and it might surprise you. One person took to Reddit to ask the question, out of curiosity, is it rude to peel oranges on a flight? And it started a huge debate they probably weren't expecting. In another thread on the forum website, they added that they love the smell of citrus. And it turns out the topic has really divided opinions. Some people were firmly on their side, with one person writing, I've always welcomed citrus aroma on a flight. Love it when fellow crew member peels an orange. So that's a person that works. Another added, absolutely, I'm always thrilled when someone peels a citrus on one of my flights. A third wrote, I would love to smell fresh oranges on a flight. So many worse smells I have been forced to endure. However, it seems not everyone is on the same page. One person said it would be fine if you, quote, peel it before getting on the plane, unquote. And someone else agreed, adding, peel it ahead of time. Accidentally squirting juice on someone is incredibly rude. A third warned, peel it in advance. Easier to eat it on a plane. Last flight I took, someone had an entire bag of mandarin oranges. You mean these? Not sure if he ate them on the plane, but he ate about 5 while waiting to board. It would personally bother me, but my coworker would likely be livid. A fourth wrote, I would be annoyed, but also understand why you'd want to eat some. Pre-peel the oranges and bring them in a bag. For others, it seemed the mess of the peel would be more of an issue than the smell. They wrote, just don't hand me your mess of peelings while I'm walking down the aisle my compliance checks with no gloves and no trash bags. That must be a flight attendant. Anyway, look, before I read this story, I would have thought if I brought a couple of oranges on the plane, no one would give a shit. Apparently half the population thinks it's rude and horrible, and half the population loves the smell. Do you have any?
Well, I've got an interesting story, actually. So we were on an airplane one time, and let's just say this. Before we got on the airplane, this is a Detroit airport, McNamara Airport. It's a Delta hub. They had a takeout place there. You know, they've got different places for meals and that, right?
Yeah.
And there was a place called PB and Jelly Deli. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
They're big, like, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but they have other sandwiches as well, but that's their specialty. Okay?
All right.
So gourmet peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at the airport. This is in the airport, in the terminal.
Yeah.
So obviously people are buying that and eating it or taking it on the plane with them, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, wow, that's a new place. We opened this up. So we went, we each got a sandwich. It's like, hey, we've got I forget where we were going. It must have just been the timing. We were probably going down to Florida or whatever. It's only 2.5 hours, but we had to eat. Open up the sandwich on the plane. Flight attendant comes by and says, I've had a request by, you know where I'm going here. I've had a request.
Is it peanut allergy?
Yeah. Her son has a peanut allergy.
Got it.
I said, okay, no problem. I'll put it away. As soon as I'm fucking done eating it, bitch. You know, I didn't say that. But
Right.
Pardon my language. So I finished eating it, and then I put it, you know, and I wrapped it up, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I felt like standing up and saying, okay, where is this person? Okay, lady, okay, tell your kid to not come in my general vicinity. Is he going to come and, you know, is he going to come and like touch my tray? And, you know, I'm not going to get up and like smear my peanut butter laden hands all over the airplane. How about your kid sits in his fucking chair and stays there the whole time and I can eat my goddamn lunch, okay? Go screw yourself. So that's just me. Now, that's just me being an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do that. Obviously, I ate like the half that I was eating. I put the rest away. I'm like, fine, whatever. And the flight attendant was great. She actually came by and she said, you know, can I get you some extra snacks or whatever? I said, no.
Nice.
It's fine.
Good for her.
I understand. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And you could tell like she was actually, you know, she was annoyed with it as well.
Yeah.
Because all this peanut allergy and stuff, I get whatever. But the damn place is in the terminal.
That's my first thought is if it's going to be in the airport, you would think that you would have enough Karens out there to close it down.
What's next? We're going to have a vegan tell me I can't eat my BLT. There, Darren's right there. The BLT sandwich or whatever.
We had that was the story two
but it's
weeks
in
ago.
The airport. Oh, hang on, real quick. So the next time we flew, probably I don't know, 2 weeks after that? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, probably within the year we were back in that airport.
Yeah,
that place was shut down because they probably had plenty of that.
Wow.
Yeah. You got that right, Tyler. Peanut breath is not allowed on the plane.
Yeah, wow.
And yes, Cindy, I am feisty because where were all of these peanut allergies when we were kids? You know, expose the kid to a little bit of peanut butter. They're not going to frickin' die. Okay, they're not. I'm sorry, they're not.
Well, listen, if you've got an allergy that's so severe that it could be, you've got an EpiPen.
Exactly, you do. Okay, but you know what? You have to ingest it. I'm sorry. It's not you touch it or whatever. Are you gonna get a histamine reaction if you touch it? If it's that severe, you don't go. Are you gonna go on an airplane where somebody could possibly have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Right.
You know what? You got to take some responsibility for this. I'm sorry.
Darren says my dog has peanut butter breath.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, Darren.
Yeah. So basically when when it comes down to people who have peanut allergies, I'm just a dickhead.
A dick.
I'm sorry. I am. I'm a total dick. Very feisty. Yes, Cindy. Sorry about the language, people, but that's just me.
Oh, the language.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Listen, if you come to this show and the language offends you, you're in the wrong show. I got the Nobody Cares up the whole time the show's been on. That was like, there it is.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Cindy.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Anyway, peeling oranges, I would have never thought. That story did. Dude, these little mandarin oranges, 3-pound bag right here.
Yes.
I never ate oranges. And when I was a kid, maybe I had some. As a kid, I hated having to peel them. They were hard. You get seeds. You get,
and then you just stunk of orange.
Yes,
all the time.
yes.
And it felt oily on your hands.
Yes, I hated oranges as a kid. Mom would slice them up into slices, and then I would eat them that way, and that was the only way I'd eat them. However, this is not the same time as the time I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. These things are so freaking easy to peel. They come off. You can get the peel off in one peel. You don't have to take it off in sections. So anyway, I'm minding my own business, and we get these mandarins every year in our stockings for Christmas. Some tradition bullshit. We've talked about this. And this year, my wife's eating one. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna eat one. It was like hitting a crack pipe, dude. Mm-hmm. I ate an orange at Christmas. It was so freaking good. I am eating 3 pounds a day.
Yeah.
A day. I'm eating a bag of these a day. I keep them in my van, my work truck. I can peel them while I'm driving because they're really easy. I have got a full-blown, since Christmas, I've got a full-blown addiction. I'm spending about $120 a month on these tangerines.
Well, better that than Diet Coke.
Yeah, I'm still off the Diet Coke. Although I've had a couple here and there. I've cheated. But they're so freaking easy to peel. Anyway, that's my that's my new addiction though. I wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, like 2 a.m., and I'll grab 2 of these, peel them, and then I'll take them back to the bed and eat them. I'm addicted, dude. I'm not kidding. It is an addiction. It's a full-blown addiction. Yeah. Anyway, that story reminded me of that. I was going to talk about that a couple weeks ago when I made another run. I'm buying these things like 20 pounds at a time, and they're lasting less than a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my addiction.
So I guess, certain things are a little bit obnoxious. Like a tuna fish sandwich is kind of obnoxious. It's got a certain stink to it.
You're wrong, hamburger helper. Sorry.
And certain things, but hey, if you're not going to offer meals, or if people got to eat, as long as they don't make a freaking mess, like Darren said, like they pick up after themselves. I always hate it when you see these people get up at the end of the flight and there's just like crumbs all over the place, and like come on, you slob,
right? So hamburger helper's wrong. I gotta correct him. Too much vitamin C is toxic. You are incorrect, sir. Vitamin C does not store in the fat. It goes right through your system. You can, however, if you stay on high doses of vitamin C for long periods of time and then you quit, you can actually give yourself scurvy. I read about it.
Yes.
Vitamin B12 is toxic. That is stored in the fat. You can overdose on vitamin B12, iron. There's several, but not C. I have not heard of anyone getting poisoned by too much vitamin C.
Yeah, the vast majority of vitamins, when you have they're not absorbed by your system. You're excreting them out. You're just
through. Yeah, that's why when you take the big doses of vitamin C, it turns your pee yellow.
Yeah,
it's right through. And you're wasting your money. But yeah, I never heard the scurvy. I heard that scurvy thing about 5-6 years ago. People on high doses and then they quit and they give themselves scurvy because their body's so used to getting this high amounts. All righty, he says. Let's see, Darren for the win. Yeah, that was funny. The peanut butter dog breath. Okay, what do we got?
And there is a lot of sugar in those, but oranges are one of those the fruits. There's certain fruits that doctors do recommend. Oranges are kind of on that level, right? Same thing with bananas. Like the ripe bananas have more sugar in them. They have a higher glycemic index.
I like green.
So so oranges have a fairly high glycemic index. If you eat something like apples and usually like berries, they have a lower glycemic index. But these are complex carbohydrates. They're not simple sugars, so they don't get converted to fat like processed, refined sugar does.
Yeah, and carbs. I was talking to a woman in the store. She saw the oranges or whatever, and she goes, "Oh my God, I love them." But she was she was not. She was diabetic, and she's like, "I miss oranges a lot," but she couldn't eat them because doctor said her diabetes. No way.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
I already did Cindy's drop. She's here tonight. So you actually are chatting tonight, Cindy, and not waiting till the last thing. Okay, I want to do this story. We got 15 minutes.
Oh, Cindy's here. Okay, bye.
Bye. Teen devastated after discovering best friend of 10 years as a hired actor.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last night. This is funny because it's like the Jennifer I'm blanking. I want to say Aniston. It's not. It's
Connolly.
Huh?
Jennifer Connolly.
But she's hot. No, the one that plays the Hunger Games chick, Jennifer.
Oh, Lawrence.
Lawrence, thank you. She had a movie where the parents hired her to date their son. Yeah, that was great. Great. Anyway, a teenager has been left heartbroken after claiming his best friend. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's so mean. It's so bad. I mean, parents are horrible sometimes.
Horrible. Yeah.
Oh, we got to protect our son. He's lonely. Let's hire somebody, and he'll never find out, right? His best friend of 10 years was actually an actor hired by his aunt. Okay, so it wasn't the parents. Lawson Spolansky, who uses the handle Lawson Spolansky on TikTok. Oh, there's a creative handle. It's his name. Shared, maybe that's why they had to hire a friend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right? Couldn't come up with something like haunted horse. You used your name. Shared his shocking story in a video on TikTok that has been watched over 1 million times. Tyler, you must have seen this because you're Mr. TikTok. Have you seen this video where his family hired a best friend for him? In the video titled, quote, "I'm finally ready to share with you this horrific story," unquote. Lawson tells how it all began back in July 2012 when he was just 5 years old. 5? What the hell? He says he was a bit naughty at school and had some behavioral problems. Yeah, welcome to the party, pal. I was one of those hyperactive kids that kept getting kicked out of class, and yeah, that was me. His aunt, oh my God, wait till you hear this last name, Jecka. So she's Jecka and Hyde. His aunt Jecka, J-E-C-K, as I belch, J-E-C-K-A, Jecka, Aunt Jecka, sat him down one day and told him he needed to, quote, become a better man. What, at 5? A few days later, while playing on the monkey bars, Lawson fell and hurt his knee. He claims a blonde boy came over and started teasing him as he cried. The boy's mom then came over and helped him. This happened while Lawson's nanny was in the park's public loo. Bathroom, people, if you're not familiar with the British term, the loo. The public loo, reports Wales Online. When the new school term started, Lawson saw that blonde boy, who he calls Dexter for the story, was in his class. They even sat next to each other. From then on, they became good friends, and Lawson started, quote, doing a lot better at school, unquote. In 2018, Dexter told Lawson he got a big birthday present of money and wanted to use it for a trip to Paris, Spain, and California with him. So how old are they? He's 5 in 2012. That's got to be wrong. 5, 2012, add 6 years. He's 11? That had to be wrong. Anyway, wanted to use it for a trip to Paris, Spain, and California with him. I'm shocked. I'm like, this is crazy, Lawson said. Dexter asked Lawson, I'm already getting really annoyed with this story. They're taking too long. Dexter asked Lawson to make a list of things he wanted to take on the trip, but when the next day of school came, Dexter said he didn't think they could go after all. When Lawson asked Why? He said his mate would, quote, make up all these strange reasons, unquote. Like being too sick, oh, God, who the hell cares? This is going nowhere. Lawson soon brushed it off, canceled the trip. Where is this? The TikToker wanted to know what was really happening, so he asked his dad. The dad said there was an extra ticket, which is supposed to be for him. Years later, in 2021, Lawson started dating a guy who worked as a pool boy for Dexter's family. He says then he found out the real story about his friendship with Dexter. Lawson then claimed that his close friend Dexter had been hired by his aunt to be his best mate. Lawson recounts how his aunt arranged for Dexter's mom, who was a production company manager, to work with him and help mold Dexter into his ideal friend, making this emotional. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about something interesting. Boring. All right, the Kings are up on the Raptors at halftime, 68-45. Well, actually, they just started the third quarter, so 68-45.
So after reading that story, this is one of those things where I made a show decision when we started the show, that I was going to read interesting stories. I was only going to read the headline so that we could experience the story together.
It's going to happen every once in a while.
But every once in a while, I'm like, man, maybe I should.
But that's okay though, because you could pull the cord on it.
It's horrible. Holy crap, that was annoying.
I thought it was going to be like the kid was in like I don't know, like middle school or
high school.
High school, and yeah, he had like fat kid syndrome.
Right.
You know what fat kid syndrome is, right?
Yes.
They basically they get picked on all their life.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a fat kid. Right?
Well, anybody that's just not. Right.
But and then later on in life, it's like they feel like they've got to prove themselves to everybody, so they're like a know-it-all, and typically they're just like all they do is Google stuff all day, and I've got a couple of friends that are like that.
I was accused of being, because I've got a temper and I'm always like, I was accused of having short man's complex because I'm 5'7", and my friends were like, you act short man. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And they're like, oh, you're always like, hey, don't mess with me, and
Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
always trying to prove yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I'm like,
and a lot of women were accused of that in the workplace. It's like they were putting up this big front that hey, I've got to prove myself. So
they
act.
Well, hey, in the 70s you did.
They almost had to, right? But it's like some of them are like they take it a little bit too far, and it's like
yes.
It's like
yes.
My wife is taking this course at work. They're taking this like extended education courses, and it's like the woman that's teaching the course is like, look, we know that you have this education and you're a specialist in this field, and the rest. You don't like act like a fucking human being. You don't have to like high and mighty and this title and everything. We're all human beings here. Can we all talk to each other like we're human beings? No, it's just like, it's kind of crazy.
She's beating you over the head with her diploma.
Yeah, exactly.
My degree.
Yeah.
You will listen to me. I'm smarter. Yeah. Nothing calls your kid a loser like buying his best friend for 10 years. I mean, that's cruel. I can't imagine. We moved so much. I couldn't keep friends. The only time we didn't move schools was high school. I was able, and then we even moved my senior year, but because we moved out of the district, but I could go there for free because I had gone 3 years, and if it's your senior year, they'll let you. So I had to commute to high school. I had to drive like 17 miles a day each direction because my dad met the devil spawn bitch stepmom I had, and we moved into her house, and it was 17 miles away from my high school. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have passed high school if they would have made me change schools. I barely passed as it was.
Yeah. So you kind of had to have a strong character then.
I had to make friends, dude. We moved. Right? I was in first, second grade. We moved to a new school. I was in 2 schools for third grade. Half of my third grade. And that's when my parents divorced. I was for the first half of the school year, I was in this school. And then we went to this. I had to go to this school for the second half. So third grade, I had to go to 2 different schools. 4th grade, 5th grade, I was in the same school. Then 6th grade, I was in a new school. 7th grade, I had to make friends a lot.
let's summarize your school career in just basically next.
Yes, right.
Next.
Yeah.
Next.
And these were moves like not like 5 mile moves where you keep your friends. No, these were moves far away, especially from California to Oregon. But yeah, I did really well with it.
I've always wanted to ask you this though. Do you miss like California parts of it, and or do you? I mean, you obviously you're happy
Each
where
place
you are.
has its advantage. It has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like about California, and I told Silk this, and he thinks I'm an idiot.
Bruh.
I don't like California because I like 4 seasons. When I lived down there until we moved up here for 6th grade, and it's funny because when my dad told us the summer after I graduated, I was out of 5th grade. It was the summer between 5th and 6th. And my mom lived in the same town, which is actually the same town Ryan lives in now. And so I remember this like it was yesterday because, I can see my mom whenever I want. My dad got me, he's like, guess what? Your aunt and uncle are coming down to visit. And I'm like, yeah, they're going to help us move to Oregon.
What?
And then fucking, I don't want to, I was devastated. And then what's funny is my mom, to this day, she says, man, if he wouldn't have done it this way, I would have stopped it. I didn't know I could keep him from moving you out of state without going to the court. But he gave her like 2 days notice. Like we're moving to Oregon in 2 days. But here's the only thing that so I'm all upset and I'm trying, as a kid, a 7 or 8 year old or whatever, you're trying to make the best of it. I said, does it snow at your house there? Because that was my big thing is people that had snow that happened, they could walk out their front door and there was snow. I loved snow because we didn't have it. He goes, yeah, it does. And I was like, oh shit, that was what I got excited about because I never had 4 seasons down there.
Yeah, that's right.
You had summer and you had like spring. Sucked.
What? You got snow? Let's go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, I remember the first time it snowed when I was in 6th grade and it was snowing outside and I just looked out the window for hours. I was just looking out. Yeah. Oh my God, it's snowing at my house. Because we used to have to drive from Sacramento. You'd have to drive 2 hours to Tahoe to see the snow.
Well, it's interesting because when we were in Hawaii, and you've been to Hawaii,
yes,
several times. So a lot of the people that we met there are like, some people think, oh, this is paradise. You must love it here. And unless you're if you're a transplant, no. If you're native to the area and you're used to that, then you get, there's a certain different mindset about it. I remember one of our Uber drivers, he was from Texas and he was like, I need to get out of here. And I'm thinking, well, Texas, you've got warm weather. He said, it's just different.
Yeah.
Like staying here, yes, it's beautiful and everything, but it just gets so mundane and boring. It's sunny every freaking day. It rains at 1:30 in the afternoon every single day. That kind of thing.
Go ahead.
No,
you done? I actually had a job where I traveled all over Northern California. I was a food manufacturer's rep, so I had to travel all over Northern California, Western Nevada, and our territory also included Hawaii. So they would ship us over there every 3 or 4 years. I had to go over there twice for work. So in this 7-year period, I was working there, and it was 2-week stints. And anyway, the thing about Hawaii and where I'm going with that story is they wanted to stop sending us over there and they wanted to hire a full-time rep. And they started asking us, like, does anyone want, you had to sign a 2-year contract. So they weren't going to move you back for 2 years. You could quit, but you were going to get your shit back on your own. Yeah. So you had to sign a 2-year contract. And first of all, the main reason no one took it is they were going to give you a raise, but not a raise big enough to handle that cost of living increase. Yep. So, but I thought about it. I was single. I was 25 years old. And I loved Hawaii. I loved going there. But I'm like, man, I remember when I got a job at my favorite restaurant, which was Stuart Anderson, a steak place. And I loved that place. and I got a job there, and you got a free meal at the end of your shift. By the time I'd worked there for 4 or 5 months, I hated the food. I hated the restaurant. I hated everything about it. And I said, you know what? That's going to happen. I'm going to move over there, and I'm going to get sick of it. And then I'm going to have to be stuck there. And they call it island fever. Like the guy in Texas.
Yeah,
it's called island fever. You get sick of it.
You get sick of that. Yeah.
Paradise gets old.
So that's like that's like the Italian club that I'm a member of, and that I do work there sometimes and volunteer there a lot and everything. It like I smell the food all the time, and I don't know how my brother does it. Like he's on the executive there, he's there all the time.
Yeah,
he goes almost every Friday night. They have Wednesday night and Friday night dinner. Sometimes he eats there like 3 times in the week. It's just like, first of all, I cook better food than they cook there. I mean,
well,
like
there you go.
They make like good pizzas and stuff like that, right? But like, my brother's like, oh, we're gonna go eat there, and it's just like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. That's not where you. Especially
and
they
give us like members discounts. They give us like, and they had like a golf tournament. And they had like a $50 credit for like the dinners or you could go get takeout or whatever, right? And it was like, no, sorry. I just, no, can't do it.
We are, it's funny. But pre-show, guys, we had that ghost story. I'm like, hey, do you have any ghost effects? And then we didn't play them. I had my ghost effect. That was for that couple that's dating the ghost. Anyway, I pulled it up and I'm just like, oh shit, I never used it. All right, we are wrapping it up. Headstrong Bacon is back tomorrow night. We have audience participation night. We've got some stories that we didn't finish tonight. I'll have some news stories maybe. Audience participation night. If you want to join the show sometime during the day tomorrow, DM me, say, hey, I want to join the show. Or you can do it while the show's going. Do it before the show starts, and I'm more likely to see your DM, and I'll get you a Zoom link and get you in here. Sometimes I don't see them all the time because I've got lots of buttons, lots of things going on, and I'll see it 20 minutes after you send it. So if you want to join the show tomorrow, DM me. You can DM me now if you want, and I'll get you a Zoom link. Headstrong Bacon will be back. And
I just realized in the picture that you have up at the top of the screen, I'm wearing the same thing in that picture that I'm wearing.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I stole that from 12wood. 12wood. I stole that from 12wood. Yeah, he uses that from who? 12wood. He used that for the train wreck that we did.
And a quick update, third quarter, 6-16. What is it? 80. The Sacramento Kings are up 80-54 on the Toronto Raptors.
80-54.
80 points.
Holy shit!
Left in the third quarter.
That's totally inappropriate.
Play some defense.
I'm back in business, baby.
All right, everybody.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Cindy, you're not saying goodnight yet. I got to wait for her to say goodnight. She always says goodnight at the end. I mean, can't end the show without Cindy saying goodnight.
Go home to mommy.
You can. I'll catch up on the chat real quick, and then we'll
get out of here.
Burn Dog says you can have 4 seasons in California by driving 15 miles. Yeah, but you got to drive.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse. I'll say this. I went down to visit my mom, and I think it was one of the last times I went down to visit for Christmas. It was Christmas Day. It was like 71 degrees and sunny, and I'm like, this fucking sucks.
It's different.
I want Christmas to feel like I want to see my breath, and not because I was eating peanuts. I want to see my breath. There's Cindy. Good night, Cindy. I lived in Redlands, which is hot, and we would set pickup trucks full of snow from people who had just been to the nearby mountains. One of my best experiences, this last story, and I'll get out of here. One of my best, my stepbrother and stepsister were much younger than me. My mom remarried. He was a widower. Their mom had passed away. And my stepbrother was like 5, 6, 7 at this time, and she was like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. And I went up to Tahoe, and I had a Ford Ranger pickup truck, and it snowed like crazy, and I shoveled snow, and I brought it, and I drove, I left at like midnight, 1 in the morning, and I got back home about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. My sister and brother come out, see all the snow, they start knocking on the door to their friends, and we had the biggest snowball fight, and they still talk about it to this day.
That's
like
cool.
That was like the best freaking thing you know you ever did.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
It. Yeah,
cool.
So this is a blast. So all right,
if you know, you know.
You know. It was, and their friends were like, everyone just thought, oh my god, that was the greatest day ever. We had this big snowball fight.
That's right.
All right, everybody. I'm looking for
tomorrow,
the ending screen. Where's the ending screen? I moved it. There it is. All right, everyone. We will see you back here tomorrow, 5 p.m.
with it.
Don't play games. We'll be back here at 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow for audience participation night. Darren says the Kings hate Bella too. There you go. They're kicking the snot out of it. Later, dude, says Tyler. Good night, Burn Dog. All right, we're out of here. See you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Out of here.